So, good day, everyone. May I first introduce myself? My name is Jason Vidora, a third year tourism management student of Visayas State University. And for this subject of professional development, I will be talking and I will be giving you a lecture about leadership skills. Do you mind yourself? Are you a leader? Or do you think you are an effective leader? Or a leader to begin with? I always believe that we are born to be a leader. We are a leader of our own selves, and we have that leadership skills in ourselves. And it is in how we should develop that skills on our future endeavors, or in how we should be an effective leader in our future goals in life. And I believe that leadership skills is one of the most important thing an individual should possess. Is is a charismatic person can be a leader? Definitely. Yes, charismatic person can be a leader because if you have that charismatic quality, you are defined to be a leader who uses his or her communication skills, persuasiveness, and influence and charm to influence others. And when you have the qualities, you are definitely to become a good leader. In person with a charismatic lead, definitely. But I believe that every individual has their own choice. If you have that charismatic quality, it's better to use that influence in a good way so that you will leave you will lead effectively and efficiently using the qualities and the skills that you possess. And what is the importance of leadership in the workplace? There are so much importance of having a leadership skills in the workplace, and we will tackle that in the next slide. First thing first, do you have the leadership skills that employees look for? Whether you are an office manager or a project leader, all good leaders require a number of soft skills to help them positively interact with employees or team members. Soft skills may include communication skills. A good communication is something that a good leader should always improve, should always possess. Because when you have the ability to communicate with others, then you have also the ability to influence them with your convincing communication skills. Another thing is problem solving. If you have just soft skills of problem solving, then you could also easily solve problems that may go to your or that may went through to your team or to an organization, and overcoming that problem is the best thing to do so that you could do your work smoothly and effectively. Next thing is that a leadership must also have the soft skills of creativity. Leaders should always think of innovation. They should always think of the creativity and how they should improve the organization to achieve their vision. And lastly, empathy. A good leader has their empathy not just to herself, to himself, but also to the people around their organization or to the people involved in the organization. That's why if you have that leadership skills, then you could always will be on your track going to your work or on your dream job as well. Leadership, as definition, is the art of motivating a group of people to act toward achieving a common goal. In business setting, this can mean directing workers and colleagues with the company's need. But I believe that a good leader should not direct easily, but they also delegate positions, delegate works from her co-members. And a leader is more than someone who has followers. We explore what does make a leader and why leadership matters. What is an effective leader? An effective leader is a person with a passion for a cause that is larger than they are. Someone with a dream and a vision that will better the organization and their future endeavors. And I believe that an effective leader is very passionate in their craft. They always make sure about the qualities, about how the organization or the team will work. And in achieving their goals, they must also they must also think of their vision so that they could work smoothly in their workplace. And an effective leader is also has the aura to convince, to help her co-members and delegate their work so that they can work it easily with teamwork. Leaders has nothing to do with seniority or position in the hierarchy of the company because I believe that as what I've said earlier, that we are all a leader in our own self and we are all capable of being a leader because it has nothing to do with seniority or position. What, whether you are rich or poor, whatever you have state of your life, you could be a leader in a good way. Leadership has nothing to do with titles. It doesn't mean that you are entitled to be a captain, you're entitled to be a mayor. Then that is the only leader that we should always think. But also, we could also be a leader because we always have that leadership in ourselves. Leadership has nothing to do with personal attributes. Yes, it doesn't mean that you have you are beautiful, then you can be a leader. No, you should always make the personal attributes of yourself to influence others. You should always make your personal attributes to and influence others to make you a good leader. And lastly, leadership isn't a management. Yes, there are a great difference between leadership and management. Leadership versus management. Leaders authority based on qualities, while managers authority based on position. Leaders are very known for their qualities, such as having a charismatic qualities that may engage the other people. And it and leaders are really based on that qualities, while managers are based on position. It is based on how many years you're working with that company, to that company, rather, how many years you are working, or you have many experience working in that, then you are on the high position, then you that's why it is based on your position. Next thing is leaders focus on vision. They always focus on vision to achieve a certain goal, while managers focuses on processes. Leaders operate relatively independently, while managers operates within the organization. Leaders has initiative to do the task. If she can do it independently, then she can. While managers operates within the organization. Leaders also focus on innovation, while managers focus on structure. Lastly, leaders mainly about the big picture, and while managers mainly about the details. That's a great difference between leadership and management. Next thing is, what is the importance of leadership skills? With a good leadership skills, you can create a vision and can motivate people to make it reality. Yes, it is really important to have a leadership skills because it is where you can delegate, you can inspire and influence others with that skills. without skills. Leadership skills is also very important because it improves morale. It improves morale in the sense that a strong relationship between leadership and employee morale, especially in times of change, may keep to set a clear vision, show they were caring and were open and honest within the organization. That's why it could always reduce people's intentions to leave the organization. Next thing is to boost engagement. Leadership skills boost engagement in the sense that trust in the leaders is one of the top factors cited in helping improve employees' engagement. And according to Gallup, employees supervised by highly engaged leadership teams are 39% more likely to be engaged themselves. So leadership skills really boost engagement. Next thing is that leadership builds connectedness. Building trusting relationship between leaders and teams doesn't just benefit that leader himself, but it also creates a culture of openness and trust throughout the organization. That's why it really builds connectedness within your team. And with the connectedness you've built, it is where trust grow and um, a friendly environment will also evolve. Next thing is that it inspires confidence. Influential leaders inspire people to feel confident in their abilities and their work. This has the knock on effects of improved productivity and better quality products and services. And when you are able to inspire confidence, then you could also do your task effectively and efficiently. Next thing is that leadership skill is important because it creates a positive organizational culture. And as what I said, that a friendly environment will make your task easier. Leaders are key conduits of organizational culture, both creating and sharing the feeling of what it's like to work for your particular organization. Leaders set the tone both for the overall organizations and their teams. And with a positive organizational culture, it allows you to work positively, work effectively, and efficiently. Lastly, it enables motivation. And I believe that innovation involves change, which isn't always easy. Effective leadership is essential to steer employees smoothly throughout the process. As what Mackenzie says, encourage employees to win over heart and minds. Um, Encouraging your employees through your leadership skills would allow them to open their heart and mind to you and to build trust. And when you have able to build that trust in the organization, then every team in this work, every member in your team could also work effectively and efficiently. That's what the main importance of leadership skills. That's why every individual should always improve that leadership skills in themselves to boost their confidence and to be the voice of something that could change the culture of a certain team or a certain organization. We should always select a good leader that would allow us to improve also our leadership skills. Lastly, the key to successful leadership is not influence. Not The key to successful leadership is influence, not authority. When you're able to influence others in your goodwill, then you are a leader. It is not based on authority. It is not based on the title. It is not based on the position you have. As long as you're able to influence others with your goodwill, then you are a good leader. That would be all. Thank you.